light away. When my blue moon turns gold again, you'll be back within my arms to stay. Yeah. Everybody. Welcome back, everybody, to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslinger Syndicated Radio Network.
And really quick, we're going to get to John in Maryland. This weekend, I went to Chad Bianco's very first kickoff.
May I compliment you on your fine shirt?
I'm wearing a shirt. I bought a couple of shirts for us.
Nice.
How'd that go?
It was huge. I could not believe how many people were there. And, you know, every time I see him post or people post about him saying, you know, we got all you get are these, you know, wet blankets. Oh, no Republican can win in California. Well, you know what? You're wrong.
And you're the reason why we can't. Because you give up before the fight starts.
Yeah, you're the one that sits on your butt and doesn't get out and vote and doesn't get out and make phone calls and doesn't get out and do a damn thing except whine, bitch, and complain. Mm-hmm. So stop that. Start getting on your phone. Call your friends in other Tehachapi area. Call up people in Bakersfield area. Call up people everywhere. If you want to change, folks, it ain't going to change on its own. You got to get off your ass and get it done yourself.
Amen. Come on.
All right.
Winners never quit. Quitters never win.
Absolutely.
And real quick, who are our options if the Democrats run? You're looking at Kamala.
Yeah.
You're looking at Rob Bonta, the current Attorney General.
Yeah. You know, that's the guy that keeps running these bills against us.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Those are, Cammie and Bonte. Yeah. There's a pair to draw.
It sounds
to.
like a clown show.
Right?
Bonkers and bonkers.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, them's your choices, so get behind
They
them.
made a movie about them, didn't they? Dumb and Dumber? Hey, I tell you, you know. All right, let's get to John in Maryland. John, what can we do for you, sir?
Hey, good evening. Calling about a 9mm revolver I'm thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely don't want an internal lock, and I would love to have one of those model, I guess it was a 547 by Smith, 20 years ago or 30 years ago, but I'm thinking maybe the Alpha Proj, it's sold by Arms Corps, the AL90. Familiar with it?
You know, I'm not, and I tell you why, because California has this draconian law about getting new guns into California, handguns into California, and I don't believe that gun has ever been on the list, so if it's not on the list, I can't get it.
However,
okay.
We have had Arms Corps revolvers in the state.
We have had Arms Corps stuff.
And they are, I would say, bottom end acceptable. Is that fair to say? I mean, they're inexpensive.
Yeah, they're not the best guns in the world, but it's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. So
yeah,
one that comes to mind. I'm not sure if it's. I'm filling out all the checks, but the Kimber K9.
Ooh,
you know, I
wasn't that why?
I remember the K. It was the KS6 or whatever, because I've got a couple of those. Those are fantastic.
Yeah,
Kimber makes a fantastic revolver.
Really,
357. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm.
You'd be looking at a different price schedule than the Arms Corps.
Now I don't know how law is in Maryland, but I know that I have sold the Smith & Wesson that you mentioned earlier, the older one that was in 9mm. I've sold a handful of those over the last 10 years. I'm sure if you got online on, say, like gunbroker.com, gunsamerica.com, I bet you could find one.
Yeah. I'll try. And to answer your question, sadly, it's not improving in Maryland, unfortunately. It's becoming similar to the other 13 or 14 states.
Yeah, where the loons were.
Yeah, but it is a great place to live. I mean, Maryland is great, so it's kind of it's just the way it is. You know what I mean?
That's kind of like California, right?
Yeah. Yep. We had 84 degrees today.
If it wasn't for the politics.
Yeah. That's what helped. Once upon a time, California was the best place in the world to live.
It used to be milk and honey, baby.
Unfortunately,
I'll look around. I'll let you guys get the other calls. Thank you so much, and just keep going. You guys are doing great.
Thank you, sir. You. Thanks for the call.
Thank you, John.
You know you have your dyslexia where you see things backwards. I see things upside down.
I understand.
That's what's going on.
Yeah. All right. Let's jump over to Kent in Wickenburg, Arizona. Kent, what can we do for you, sir?
Evening, Kent.
Hey, I was wondering what you guys' opinion was on the SIG P320 M18.
P320 is a good gun.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I just got one, but I can't remember which. Is it the M18?
they've got the M18 and the M17. The M18 is the shorter one.
Well,
and I've got a 365 XL, and it's great.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that one I
We're
can
both
attest
fans
to
of
because
that.
I got one of those on my hip right now. The M18.
The M18 is the military designation.
Okay.
That's the new service pistol,
Right.
short barrel and flat darker.
What's one that they just approved for California? I want to say that it's got a name to it also, like the Apex or the something or other.
I think it was
the
Apex.
Echelon? Not the Echelon.
not the Echelon.
Oh, God darn it. What am I thinking?
That's too big a word for me. I'd never remember that.
Echelon.
But anyway, I just bought one of those at my own store.
Like the target type pistol?
Yeah,
That one?
and-
Did you get the metal filled frame?
I believe I did.
That's a good gun.
Anything SIG is top drawer. I know they
yeah.
had some issues with the firing mechanism and such, but SIG is going to fix that pretty quick and has probably already. So I would say
because I've looked stuff up on the internet, and they said the gun went off accidentally and stuff, and then they're saying that no, it wasn't an accident; it was a mistake. Somebody screwed up. So
Likely
you
so.
can't find anything on the internet. I didn't know if
Legion,
you guys do anything.
Yeah, mine is called the 320 Legion, and I absolutely love that gun. Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we're going shooting tomorrow, and I'll be shooting that.
Is that what you were talking about, Kent?
Yeah, I'm not getting a Legion, but I'm M18, the little compact one. So
Gotcha.
I'm going to get that. So the other guy that called about the Mantic X, tell him he can get that mount that fits on the magazine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
that's
works
what we were
great.
talking about. Yeah.
Okay.
For the 22 stuff, the thing works great. And then for shooting competition, I know I'm old. I'm 65. But when I was shooting high power and stuff, I used to listen to John Horton, Battle of New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
When I was shooting. So
And
we go.
Kent, I'll be 65 in August. So.
All right.
You ain't old to me.
Good deal.
All right, Kent, thanks for the call.
All right, you guys keep it up. Keep fighting the battle in California. We all appreciate it over here in Arizona.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I
Kent.
appreciate those words too.
Thanks for staying up late.
Yeah, take care now.
Hey, yeah, but they came out with an X5 Legion too.
The X5 Legion,
Man,
it'll probably be the one you want. It's their new competition pistol.
I'm pretty sure because I just bought it. It's brand
It's
new.
like a grand.
I got a couple of them into the Zusa store.
Handled one and said,
And I'll be buying that.
Muzzle, reducing muzzle flip by 50%, 30% lighter. Oh man, this thing.
Well, I went on a streak last couple of weeks and I bought a couple of staccatos that came in.
"Ooh,
Yeah.
you were
that's
looking
royalty.
for staccato
Yeah.
for a bit too, right?
Oh man, yeah. Because you remember we had one come in a while ago. A good friend of mine, police officer, he bought it and he said, "I love this gun, but it's just a little boxy in the grip for me." And so
Double
he
stack.
he put it in the store for sale. And I looked at that thing and I said, "Hey, I really want this." And he gave me a great price. But then right after that, like an hour later, somebody came in and said, "I'll buy that." And I was like, I couldn't,
yeah, hey, it's for the business.
it went for a chunk of change. And
Well, one of the
I
reasons
couldn't
you're a
do that.
successful businessman is you're not putting everything in your pocket.
Yeah.
Business
honestly.
before pleasure.
No, business before everything. So I let the customer have it, and so I didn't get that one. But now I got a compact and a full size. I think it's a Model P.
That's again,
I think-
California, right?
Yeah, that's the full size.
I
of
have
it.
admired them from afar.
Oh, I admired it from my hand, and I'll be shooting that tomorrow too. Let me
Well,
tell
you can do. You know what? Give me a side by side with the X5 and that. Let me know which one you like more.
I will do that. And yeah, we'll talk about that next week. Back to Chad. So, we've had him on the show 4 or 5 times now, but I've never had the chance to meet him in person. So I'm standing in line. Of course, there's a big, meeting line, and I was a sponsor. I didn't just go to the dinner. I was a sponsor. So I got a little extra credit for that. And
You should.
And so I come walking up. He's got a big smile. He has no idea who I am. And I said, "Hey, it's Jeff from Gunslinger Radio." Big old,
Knew the voice
yeah. I got a big old bear hug from him, and and we talked for a second because there's 10,000 people behind me in line. There were so many people, and this place, Silver Lake's out in I don't know if that's Norco or Eastvale, but it's a huge facility. And we thought it was going to be at the restaurant, and it was way too big for the
Oh
restaurant.
no, I
That's
saw the
great.
pictures. You
Yeah,
had
there's
pictures
so
up on
many
Gunslinger
people.
Radio.
Yeah. He had people there from 12 different counties. So it was huge. And I saw some Norco folks that were there, and that was really cool. Like I said, I talked to him for a few minutes. He had a guy there playing guitar. Now, I made a living playing guitar and doing vocal impersonations. I'm sure you figured that out by now. I can do a few people. And they had a guy there that did Willie Nelson so flipping good.
Maybe
I thought they had. I thought it was a
Willie?
No, I thought they had. It was a recording.
Lip syncing?
Wow.
Yeah, no, not lip sync.
Yeah.
I thought because I didn't see the guy. I just heard him and he was kind of tuning up. I was like, that guitar sounds too crisp to be a record. And then the guy started singing like, oh no, it's a record.
Wow.
And then I walked by him. I'm like, whoa.
That's you. That's you.
And you know, coming from a guy who does John Lennon, Elvis.
You know a little bit about the biz.
Yeah, I you know, in my band days, I covered everybody from the Animals to the Zombies, and so I know a little bit about vocal impersonations. This guy was spot on. Yeah. I was really impressed, and
That's how you got the gig.
That takes something.
Yeah, to give you that. Yes.
Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, so it was a lot of fun. Got to meet him. You know, I'm sure we'll be doing something along. In fact, I told him, I said, for me coming for this and donating the money that I donated, you're gonna have to come back on the show. He goes, anytime you want. So we'll be getting on.
Can't wait.
Again
I'm glad
soon.
to hear that he's not too big for the people that help lever him
No,
up.
great guy. It was, yeah, but
And a great guest.
we got to work on his hat.
Oh.
He's got the stash he's got going, but
Speaking of the stash, right?
yeah, the stash he's got going great, but he needs a better hat. I'm not a straw hat kind of guy. So anyway, well, we got a couple more calls. Ed in Riverside, we're coming up on a break. We're going to get you on the backside, and we just got Robert in from Sherman Oaks. We'll get to you right. Well, how much time we got left? A little over a minute. That's not enough time to bring in a phone call.
I want to give you guys your due diligence.
Yeah, I hate that when people call in and they wait so long.
Yeah,
and then
10 seconds to make a point.
Yeah, how you doing? Got to go. Thanks.
All right. All right, go back. Go 30 seconds. All right,
Yeah. All right, there we go. 200 out. Anyway, so I did this one for you.
Oh, nice.
I'm a huge Donovan fan. My sister for Christmas 1967 got 7 albums. They were all hurdy-gurdy man. 7 of her friends bought her the same album. That's how big of a fan she was. Wow. All right. You're listening to Gunslingers right here on
the Gunslingers Syndicated Radio Network.
And we're going to lane you right out of here.
Hey now.
We'll be back in just a minute.
Can blame ya.